Hello guys, today I will show you how to make slowed and reverb / bass boosted tracks. I will only use Fruity plugins, so no external plugins, just the very basic. First of all, you need your track that you want to slow and reverb. In this case, it's the Calm Down from Ninetales. I like Ninetales / Miles. He used to make music under this pseudonym of Ninetales and actually has very nice tracks. Switched to Sewer Person and makes music under the pseudonym of Sewer Person now, but to be honest, the music that he made when he was Ninetales, this resonates more with me, so I stick to Ninetales. And even though Sewer Person has also a couple of good tracks, but Ninetales has like only next to like 90% of all the music is nice. Scissor Hands, Calm Down, and all of this shit. Whatever. I choose the Calm Down, which sounds like this. So it's already a slow and sad track that is perfect for the type of for the slow and reverb, because if you have like hyperpop tracks or some happy tracks, sometimes the slowed down version just messes all of the mastering up and that's not nice. But in this case, it perfectly fits our scheme. So we just forget the set anime GIF. I just Google set anime GIF and just choose this one, just because it fits the scheme. It's just a girl thinking about life or something. Meanwhile, it's snowy outside and it's melancholic and sad. So basically, you can just choose everything you want, whatever satisfies you. Next up, we go into Fruity. I already did everything that I had to do, but I will still show you the step-to-step tutorial. First of all, you just put the video that you just downloaded into it. Then you put the tempo on full, stretch, and you can play with the pitch if you want. In this case, wait a second. Okay, I will just show you what to do with the... So first of all, you downloaded your song, you put it in here, and then it's very important, because I already did everything of it. After it is here, you switch on this knob, stretch audio, when resizing audio clips. You turn that shit on. Then you go into the clip, you will put the timing on maximum, stretch, and then you can even play with the pitch, but play with the pitch only when you're happy and satisfied with the stretch. So in this case, I did it like this. The original about this long, and the stretched version is this long. And like I said, I already pitched it down 2 cents. You can even pitch it more down if you want, right? Nah, that's too much, and Chipmunk is shit, so we just put it at 2 cents. It's fine. For the purpose of the video, we just stick to this. We don't need this copy anymore. So next up, you route the song into a track. In this case, track 1, and you split track 1 into track 2 and track 3. Why do you split it into track 2 and track 3? Because you want to split the bass from the rest. You can reverb bass, but most of the time it will just end up sounding all muddy, especially when there's distortion in play. When there's like heavy sub 808s or something like that, and you put a reverb on it, it sounds like shit. Basically, it sounds like shit. So to prevent this, we just split into high and mid and bass. With the bass, I basically do nothing, and with the high end, we put on reverb. In this case, we put it on mid, high cut at 3.6 kilohertz, low cut at 574 hertz. This may vary from track to track. Mostly, my low cuts are mostly set between 1 kilohertz and 500 hertz. And the high cut is, in this case, it's like 3.6 flat. Then a bit of delay. The size should be like not too much, because the bigger the size is, the more you have like this sound effects, and you don't want them because they sound shit and muddy. Diffusion 100%. Speed also depending on the track, but in this case we have no modifications. Bass 100%. Decay time 3 seconds, sometimes more, sometimes less, depending on the track. And damp is 4 kilohertz and crossover is 500 hertz. That doesn't matter that much. You can just leave it like that. ER 50% and dry 100%. That's just the basic level. And wet in this case is 74%. And I also did some stereo separation just to make it more filled. The room is more filled. And then Both of these tracks will merge together into one track, or you can merge them together directly into the master. I did merge them into track insert 4, so I can have an overview over the sound. This track goes into the mastering. You can also, like I said, you can just put these two into route this track only, but I'm I'm used to do it like that because sometimes I do some extra effects in here. This time I will do no extra effects in here, but all of the extra effects are here. I do the multi-band compression. First of all, you have to cut the lows and the highs because you stretch the song. That means that the low end will move. Normally this peaks like, so the peaks for the sub 808 just shifts to the left side and sometimes goes in this region, and you can't hear under 20 Hertz, so you should just cut it because you cannot hear under 20 Hertz, but the program will still recognize that and that will mess up your mix. After all of this, without any effects, just the stretching itself will sound like this. Okay, this is without the effects. Now we put the reverb effect on it that I just showed you. Okay, and then after all of this, you cut the lows and the highs, like I did here, and do the multi-band compression. What I did here, I will explain now. First of all, why am I bus boosting it? Because you shift the entire spectrum a bit into the left side, so some of the subs get cut. That means that your sub bass and bass is less present in your track, and you don't want this. So to counter this, I will just increase the post gain a bit. Don't fuck with the pre-gain. The release time for bass is basically always higher. You can also switch it like this. And lower the curve, like curve 1 is more straight and less smooth. Meanwhile, curve 9 is extremely smooth. In this case, I just curve 6, and I increased the tension here by 11.04%. That varies from track to track. So we just do it. You see, this the green parts are the increased parts. That is because I increased the tension, and I also increase it here. Why am I doing this? Because I have a soft clipper, so it doesn't matter. And I mix it like this, so the bass itself never goes over like -3, like you can see. It never goes -3, but the kicks will even above 0. But that doesn't matter because we have the soft clipper. The soft clipper will just clip all of the kicks. Meanwhile, it will not change anything with the sub 808 or sub bass when you keep your sub bass under like -3%, -3 decibel, like I did here. On the next step, I use the mids. I also increased the tension on the mids, but did a cut over here so it doesn't spike too much. They have like snare spikes that would normally like be too loud in a slowed down version. I can cut them a bit. And the high end, I also increased the tension on the high end just to make the sound more clear. The gain is a bit lower, but the post gain is higher, so it just sounded well to me, so I kept it like that. Sometimes you have to switch all of these things, but these curves are generally all the same. You need to increase the tension for the lows a lot. You have to increase the tension for the mids a bit and cut them off. And you have to increase the tension for the highs a bit, but cut them also off so they don't overpower your mix. After all of this, you have to put a master like this. If you don't do this, you have like a hard clipping effect here. This is like a hard clipping effect and will fuck your mix. Don't do this, just delete it so it doesn't cut anything, and just let the soft clipper do the work. I also increased the post gain so the total volume of the song gets a bit lower. After all of this, we should be left with something that doesn't peak except the kicks. Yeah, the only thing that maybe peaks is the kick, as you can see. I can even decrease this a bit, or increase it, and it would be fine, as you can hear. And I decrease the threshold a bit, so it is a little bit more soft. The lower the threshold is, the more soft the clipping is. The higher the threshold is, the more spiky the clipping is. So if you have like a trap beat, Travis Scott trap beat, you will probably increase it. Meanwhile, when you have like Sad Boy track, you will decrease it. And that's basically everything you have to do. And this is the finished product. I will upload the finished product as a separate video so you can like listen to it. But that is generally everything you have to do to make a slowed, reverbed and bass boosted version of a song.